Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to your final debate for the 2017-2018 6th-hour speech class. Yay! Let's give everybody a round of applause. Woohoo! We are finally going to get done. All right, we would like to welcome our debaters today and just remind you, just stay calm, do the things that everybody else has been doing with the details and follow the debate procedures, and you should just be fine. Miss Joanna will be serving as your timekeeper today, so just keep your eyes on Joanna. She does know the time signals, and we have her on video if she messes up, so it's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and welcome Taylor with a round of applause. Oh, feel free to raise it. Oh, you gotta squeeze the top. There you go. There you go. And I think I am ready. So, Miss Timekeeper, are you ready? Yeah. Fabulous. Miss Speaker, then, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and get started.
Hello, my name is Taylor Higgins. I am the Prime Minister of the, I'd like to thank my partner and the other team for being here. I'd like to thank the audience, judges, and timekeeper for their time and listening to our speech. And our topic today is whether or not students who have an A should or should not have to take the final. We believe that they should have to take the final. Our first argument is that the people who don't have an A might feel discouraged because someone's doing better than them. And our second is they are still a student and should not be put up to any higher standard than anyone else. And our third one is that they might not know everything about the class, and the final could test their knowledge in that certain class. To review, our first is so the people who don't have an A won't feel discouraged. Our second one is they are still a student in the school and should not be held to any higher standard than the others. And our third is they may or may not know everything in the class that would be on the final. Once again, I'd like to thank my partner, the opposition, and the audience, judges, and timekeeper for being here and listening, and vote for government. All righty, let's give her a round of applause. Thank you very much, Taylor. And time, please, timekeeper.
1:43.
1:43. Thank you very much. Miss Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Miss Noelle to prepare her arguments? Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Alrighty, let's go ahead and give Noelle a round of applause and welcome her as the first speaker for the opposition with a round of applause. Yay! Come on, folks, let's do a little applauding, shall we? Thank you. Alright, I appreciate that. Get it? There you go. Alrighty, I think I am ready. So, Miss Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yes.
Fabulous. Miss Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may go ahead and begin.
Hi, my name is Noelle. I'm the leader of opposition. I would like to thank my partner, the government, and the judges, audience, and timekeeper for being here today. The debate today is if you should be taking the final if you already have an A in the class. Our side is that you shouldn't have to take it because their first point was that if you have an A, you might think that someone is doing better. If you don't have an A, you might think someone is doing better than you. And to fight that, we said that if you're getting A's, that means you're working hard and you deserve to not take the final. The second one is that they said it shouldn't be a priority to be at the, to get A's in your school. But we say that if you're getting A's, that means you're doing well in the class, and getting better grades is most likely better for you in the end than not having perfect A's. The third one is, they said, is that you should have if you have an A, you must, or the third one is that if you, to take the test at the final, it'll bring up past knowledge of what you already know. Then we said that if you have an A, you most likely already know it from taking all the other tests that you've taken. To review, our first point is that if you're working hard and getting A's, you shouldn't have to take the final. The second one is that getting A's is most likely better than getting lower grades because you might know more. And the third one is that if you have an A, you most likely already know it. I would like to thank my partner, the government, the audience judges, and timekeeper for being here today. Vote for opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
2:04.
2:04. Thank you very much. Ms. Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Dorcas to prepare her arguments, please? Thank you so much.
Minutes up.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Timekeeper. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Dorcas a warm welcome with a round of applause, please, as the second speaker for the government, again with a speech that should not exceed 3 minutes. Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yeah.
Fabulous. Ms. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hi. Hi, my name is Dorcas Salifu. I'm the member of government, and I would like to thank my partner, Taylor Higgins, and the opposition, the audience, judges, and timekeeper for being here. The topic today is if a student has an A in the class, he or she shouldn't or should have to take a final for that particular class, and we think they should still take the final. The opposition's first point was that working hard, the student will be working hard and deserve to not take a final. And their second point was that the student is already doing well in class, and getting better grades is most likely good for you at the end. And that if the student has an A, then they most likely already know the topic. And how we fight their first point was that you can still be working hard but not still get an A. Not all students have the capabilities of getting an A. And how we find the second point is that some people might just be naturally bad at taking tests. Not everybody is good. It's that good. And then the third point was that if you have an A, you most likely already know it. And we say that it's good to review, even though you already know it. It helps you understand the topic better when you review it that way. And so to review, we say that you can still be working hard but still get an A. And the second point is that some people might just be naturally bad at taking tests. And our third point, that it's good to review. I would like to thank my partner, the opposition, audience, judges, and timekeeper for being here. And vote for government.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
159.
1:59. All right, thank you very much. And Ms. Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock for Sebastian to prepare his arguments, please? Thank you very much.
Time's up.
All right, thank you, Ms. Timekeeper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Sebastian, the second speaker of the opposition. Please, with a round of applause, welcome him to the microphone. And we'd like to remind both Ms. Timekeeper and Mr. Speaker that this is a speech that still should not exceed just 3 minutes in length. Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready?
Yes.
All righty, Mr. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hello, my name is Sebastian. I'm a member of the opposition. I want to thank my partner, the government, the audience, the timekeeper, and the judges. The topic today is if students that have an A should or should not take the final. The government's first point was you can still work hard and not have an A. Well, we fight back that that people who have an A sacrifice a lot of outside of school activities and sports to study and to get the grade that they deserve. Their second point was that they might just naturally be bad at taking tests, and we said that working hard and reviewing a lot for the test the day before, the night before, can help getting better at taking tests. And their third point was that it's good to review even if you already have an A. And we said that you can still review on your own and not have to take a test, because for some reason you can do bad on the test and you might already know that. You might already have the knowledge of what to study. And so to restate, our first point was that they sacrifice a lot of activities in sports to study and get the grade they deserve. And our second point was that they can work hard and study harder to have better grades on the test. And our third point was that you don't exactly need to take the test just to review. You can review on your own. And again, I want to thank my partner, the government, the audience, the timekeeper, the judges, and vote for the opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper. 2:24. Thank you very much. Ms. Timekeeper, will you please put 1 minute on the clock? Remember, Noelle, we're coming back to you. Okay? All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Timekeeper. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Noelle a round of applause and welcome her as the final speaker for the opposition. But I would like to remind both Ms. Speaker and Ms. Timekeeper that this time the speech should not exceed only 2 minutes in length, all right? So just 2 minutes, please. Ms. Timekeeper, are you ready? Alrighty, Ms. Speaker, whenever you're ready, you may begin.
Hi, my name is Noelle. I'm the leader of opposition, and I would like to thank my partner, the government, the audience, judges, and timekeeper. The topic today is whether or not you should take the final if you already have an A in the class. Our side is that you shouldn't have to take the final. My partner's first point was that if you're working hard in the subject that you're studying for, you're sacrificing more activities outside of the day, and that could be such as you hanging out with friends or doing sports, and you're focusing more on schoolwork. My partner's second point was you might want to be working harder the night before to get good grades and study for the final. You could do that by reviewing or asking help from someone. The third point is that if you're reviewing for the final, you don't have to take the test to review it, and that could be because of nerves, and you might just be a bad test taker in general. To review our first point was you're taking time out of your other activities besides schoolwork. The second point is you're working hard, you have to work harder the night before. And the third point is that you don't have to take the test to review. I would like to thank my partner, the government, and the audience, judges, and timekeeper vote for opposition.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause. And time, please, Timekeeper.
129.
129. Okay, thank you very much. Miss Timekeeper, will you please put 1 more minute on the clock for Taylor to prepare her arguments? Thank you.
Joanna, what was the last time?
129.
Minutes up.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Timekeeper. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the final speaker for the entire debate, Miss Taylor, with a round of applause. And again, we would like to remind Miss Timekeeper and Miss Speaker that this is a speech that should not go beyond 2 minutes only, please. All right, Miss Timekeeper, are you ready? Fabulous. Miss Speaker, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead.
Hello, my name is Taylor Higgins. I am the Prime Minister of the government. I would like to thank my partner, Dorcas, as well as the opposition and the audience, judges, and timekeeper for being here today. The topic today is whether a person who is getting an A in the class should or should not have to take the final, and we believe that they should have to take the final. The opposition's first point was that people who have good grades may have sacrificed something to get those good grades. Our argument against that is some people who do extracurricular activities after school have really good grades, while some who don't have really bad grades. Their second one was if you study beforehand, then you might do better. Our second point is, though you may not have time to do that before or after school, and you may just simply not want to. And number 3 was they decided you don't need a test to review. And we decided to fight that by, while you might not need a test to review, it's still a good way to test your knowledge. I would like to thank the review. If our some people don't always sacrifice things and have really bad grades, and some people who do things after school don't always have, sometimes have good grades. our second point is some people don't have time to study and vote for government.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. And time, please, timekeeper.
144.
144. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause to all of our final debaters today. Yay! You made it through, just like we said you would. Good job. All right.